Delanice, and welcome to my channel. If you don't subscribe already, please do so. This is a personal moment for me right here, but I'm not going to cry. Like Mary J. Blige say, I'm not going to cry. I'm not. Hey, everybody. As you can see, I'm repping blue. You can see my shirt. Welcome to March. This is Colon Cancer Awareness Month. Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm so glad that you are here, whether you're watching it live or the playback. This is March 1st. This is the first day of Colon Cancer Awareness Month. It is also Women's History Month. And in 2021, in March, I was saying, I'm walking into Women's History Month. Hey, I'm marching into March as a woman in our history. And little did I know, 5 days into the month, I would get a diagnosis that would change my life forever. I was getting a routine colonoscopy. God said, don't wait, go. I was 49 years old. And then they changed it in May 2021. But in February, it was 50 and over. Get your colonoscopies. And God was like, go now. And I'm so grateful and thankful that I went 3 months before I turned 50. Because had I not, I may not be here right now talking to you about my experience. God said, go. And I went. And think about it, because if it was 50, I would have a whole 365 days of 50. That's when they say go. And I'm so grateful that I went, because getting my colonoscopy saved my life. They told me the day that I had my colonoscopy after I woke up that I had colon cancer. So it was only 3 short years ago, not even quite three. It'll be 3 years this month. Um, my diagnosis was March 5th, 2021. So God saved my life. That colonoscopy nudging me to go get that now, that saved my life. So early detection is key. Make sure you book your appointments to get your colons checked, get your colonoscopies. Now, this is the myth. I want to just quickly, and this video is not going to be long, but it is my duty to pass on the information and to get the word out there. First of all, I was talking to my friend today, and he said that he was telling somebody that it was colon cancer awareness month. Shout out, Charles. It was colon cancer awareness month. And she said they have a whole month for that. And I remember talking to people and they're saying, well, what is the color? Is the color pink? And people know about breast cancer. And I was like, no, that's breast cancer's ribbon, and that's in October. And people say, well, do they have different colors and months for all the cancers? Absolutely, they do. And like you, possibly, I didn't know that March was Colon Cancer Awareness Month. I didn't know that the color was blue either. So prior to me having colon cancer, I was unaware as well. And that's why it's important for me to bring awareness, especially in the Black community. Because when I got colon cancer, a guy said to me, I was directing a play. And a guy said, well, how did you get colon cancer? You're a woman, you're a Black woman. And I was like, see, we got to do better, people. We got to get the word out, because a lot of people just do not know. And it's not on their radar. And I want it to be on your radar, because it could possibly be you, a family member, a friend. Not having the information could be detrimental to your health and your life, in real time, right? So I want you to get your colonoscopies. And this is the thing, I want to break a myth. People think, well, I don't need to get it because, I'm not close to 50. I'm nowhere near. Some people get it in their 20s because they have a history. My children will have to get it way earlier than 50 because their mother had colon cancer, right? And then some people, because they might have stomach issues and different things going on with their bowels and their guts, then they may have to get them colonoscopy early so they can move that out to see what the issue really is with them, right? So, but let me just tell you this. It's scary, but I got to tell you, if you were born in the 1990s, you have 2 times the risk of colon cancer and 4 times the risk of rectal cancer than those born in 1950. I want you to understand that. And also, 7 out of 10 people do not even have symptoms when it comes to colon cancer. I didn't have symptoms. I wasn't going because something was wrong. I was going because it was a routine check. Wasn't even thinking nothing about it. I had no idea that that day my life would change. And it's so interesting. I want to share with you guys. I was very cool as a cucumber when they told me. I was like, okay, what do I do now? And I was very in business mode. Okay, now what's happening here? And my good friend Kim was with me, and we were both listening to get that information, right? So if somebody would have told me years ago, if they told you ever have cancer, I'd be like, Lord, take me now. What's going on? Ah! And I wasn't that way. But when I had to go back, sometimes people get a colonoscopy every 10 years, every 5 years, every 7 years. I had to get 3 in 18 months, right? So the year after I had cancer and the surgery and all of that, and you can find out more about my story on my YouTube channel. It's under my colon cancer story. So you can have that information to fill in the gaps. But the year after I had cancer and I had to go to get a colonoscopy, that's when it hit me. And I had PTSD when I went back into that same office that told me I had cancer, the same surgical center. I went back in there and I was hyperventilating. I experienced anxiety. My blood pressure was up and I had no idea. It's almost like taking someone back to trauma, to the scene of the crime, whatever happened there, and you go back to that traumatic experience. My body kept the score and it felt that, right? And I could not calm myself down. I was praying, I was meditating, I was trying to calm myself down, and it was difficult for me to calm myself down. I had no idea I would have that body reaction when I went back. But then I had to think, I was like, Kendall, that's PTSD. You got traumatic news the last time you were here. And then I had my gown on. They were getting ready to put me to sleep. I was like, well, my daughters took me. I was like, wait, I got to go talk to my daughters. And I could not calm myself down because I'm getting another colonoscopy. What if it's back? What if it's still there? And my blood pressure, was rising and I was trying to calm myself down. Then I had to go again 6 months later. So I literally had 3 colonoscopies in 18 months, where some people don't get them for every 5, 7, 10 years, right? And now I have to get one next year again. And then the final one I went, they said, okay, you don't have to come back for 3 years. And that was amazing news. But it was serious, and I didn't have symptoms. But, it's important to check your poop. It might sound nasty, but it's going to save your life. Check your poop. You want to make sure there's no blood in there. You want to make sure that the way it's formed, it's not stringy. It's not super thin. Now, I'm not saying panic if you have thin poop, but if it's stringy like a string, or if it just doesn't look like it always looks, or if you've never looked, I implore you today to start looking. And if you don't poop on a regular basis, I implore you to go to the doctor, because you should be at least 1 time to 3, 4 times, depending on how you're eating. But before you get up and rush and flush the toilet, you need to check your poop. And if you check it all the time, you know what it looks like. Now, depending on what you eat, your poop will look different. So it's not so much about the color, unless it has blood in the stool, or unless it's super black all the time. But it may be different if you eat asparagus or a lot of greenery or fiber. It's going to look different, but you want to make sure it looks. And then your gut literally will tell you, if something's wrong or something's not different. If something's different, don't just pass it off like, it's fine. Make sure you pay attention to yourself, and it's better to take yourself to the doctor and it not be a problem than something is wrong and you don't go, right? It's important to do that. I just wanted to read a couple of more facts. And I'm doing a colon cancer walk in DC on the day, March 24th, the day that they told me my cancer was gone. So that's going to be monumental already, you know. So I just want to say this. Uh, First of all, early detection is everything because early stages of the disease does not typically cause symptoms. The American Cancer Society recommends screenings, and it says still the information that's out there, screenings at 50. No, some of the information is wrong. They changed it May 2021 to 45 and over. But if you have a history or issues or problems, then you need to go before that. And it upsets me that I'm looking at to see what information is still out there, and it's wrong. It's not all the way right. But some warning signs, as I was talking about the bowel movement, change in bowel habits such as diarrhea, constipation, narrowing of the stool is what I was talking about. Constant need to move your bowels, like just constant, like you can't catch a break. Weakness, fatigue, of course, cramping, abdominal pain, unintended weight gain, loss. Now, if you're not trying to lose weight and you losing it rapidly, you know, those are some of the signs. A lot of people ask me, well, what are the signs? Well, what were your symptoms? I didn't have any. And that's scary, right? Other symptoms are anemia. Now, anemia doesn't mean that you have it, so I don't want to scare that. But you want to make sure, it's important. I can't stress it enough, to make sure you take care of your health. Make sure you pay attention to the things that are happening with your health. And even if you don't have health care, there are a lot of clinics out there. There are a lot of trials. There are a lot of ways that you can still go. A lot of cities have um, coupons to go, or they're doing free screenings. Make sure you investigate and do all of that. Apply for different types of insurances in your state or in. I'm looking at this. Hold on 1 second. I just want to read something for the Black community because I am part of the Black community, and the responses that I get sometimes people just don't know. People just don't know. And also, if you're watching on Facebook and if you want to join my group, my colon cancer group, because a lot of people are there, and someone just told me in there that they were just diagnosed with colon cancer. I get a lot of emails and a lot of inboxes and a lot of messages on that page. Let me give you what that is right now. It's called Black Women in Colon Cancer Awareness, Survivors and Supporters. So you don't have to join just if you have it, even if you know somebody that knows somebody that has it and you want to get information or you want to see that you're not alone. Because I started that Facebook page because when I had colon cancer, I was looking for a page. I'm like, Black women, do they have no page? No page. And then you start to see Black women have it. You know, Natalie Desselle Reed from the television show Eve, and from BAPS and How to Be a Player. Y'all remember her. She passed away of colon cancer, a Black woman. A lot of people don't even know. There was nothing out there. So that's why I created the Facebook page. And if you're watching, if you're a man, you can still join. There are a lot of men in there that the people that they know and love have it, or they just want more information, or they're a supporter. So it's not just for Black or Black women. So African Americans are 20% more likely to get colorectal cancer, and about 40% more likely to die from it than other ethnic groups. Now, y'all already know how everything is set up. We die at rapider speeds, right? And that's with a lot of diseases. It's targeted to Black people, and it could be a variety of different reasons, and I'm not even going to get into those yet, but I want you to understand that African Americans are 20% more likely to get colorectal cancer and about 40% likely to pass than other ethnic groups. That's a problem. See, Black Americans Americans showing the highest mortality rates than anybody. Why is it common? In Black people, various reasons, increased dependency and have been cited, such as colon, the stem cells, high levels of reactive oxygen species, gut issues and problems. That's what they say, right? Uh, that bothers me because of the racial disparities in a lot of things, and of course, in colon cancer, it's the same way. And this is according to the American Cancer Society, where we're 20% more catching. And let's think about Black men, according to the National Center of Health and Statistics at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. 1 in 41 Black males will die from colon cancer compared to 1 in 48 white males. I'm going to say this. I know people personally who said, my husband ain't getting a colonoscopy and I'm not going to get one. Or, yeah, we're not getting no colonoscopy. But after they heard my story, she got her colonoscopy. So it's important. It saved my life. I can't stress that enough. Ultimately, God saved my life by nudging me to go. So I want you guys to really, do some research. If you have any questions, you can ask. I'm very knowledgeable on it. I'm not a doctor. I'm a survivor and I'm a researcher. And of course, I researched a lot and I speak about this. I had the pleasure of being on Jacqueline Carr's show and some other shows talking about it. So all month, if you have a podcast or a platform and you want me to come on to share part of my story and to talk about colon cancer this month, definitely reach out to me through social media or my website, KendellAnise.com or KendellAnise@gmail.com, because I want to be booked on everybody's show and platform talking about this. And the more we talk about it, the more we understand. I don't know if you guys are into 80s hip hop, but Kango Kid from UTFO, Roxanne, he got colon cancer maybe a month before I did. And when he got his surgery and he was together, we talked about getting together and to get the word out to the Black community about colon cancer awareness. But unfortunately, months after that, he passed away. So this thing is real. If I got to be a one-man band getting the word out, I don't have a problem with that. Because my surgeon was like, well, there's no reason that you should have gotten it, but we don't know the rhyme or the reason. That's the thing. Let me just read one more thing. But I want to tell you, it is beatable and preventable if you catch it early. And the only way you're going to catch it early is if you're going to the doctor on the regular basis. I've been really reflective today and every day. I'm just thankful and grateful for my life. I don't want to waste my life. I want to be purposeful and intentional about everything that I do. And I was crying this morning, and I didn't even know if I was even going to get on live, let alone put a video. I put some old ones from last year this time, because I'm just in a space of gratitude and thanks that I'm still here. And God knew who to give it to, because he knew that I wasn't going to shut up. And I appreciate that about me and being obedient, because I'm telling you, behind the scenes, so many people reach out to me. So many people ask questions. So many people want to hear my story. So many people have been inspired to go to the doctor to get whatever test, because even if it's not your colon, we don't want to be anything else, right? So it's important to make sure, and I'm just grateful and thankful that I go to the doctor on the regular basis, because if I were one of those people, right, that just didn't go to the doctor. And I understand some people are scared, afraid to go, and they don't. I've heard people say, well, I don't want no bad news, I'm not going. But I've seen so many times, I've heard stories from people with colon cancer that their mom had it, or their sister, or their father, and they knew something was wrong, and something was wrong with their gut, and they didn't go to the hospital. And when they finally were forced to go, it was too late. I hear that story often, but I also hear the stories of survival and people still thriving. So, and I'm telling you, and for um, some of them, I will share with you um, on my YouTube channel. I will share some of the questions that people have um, that don't mind if you guys see it. But then some of them are private. And when I'm talking about people send me messages, they're like this long. It's not like short little paragraph. It's like this long. And they're sharing their stories, and I'm honored. And I'm really extremely humbled that, you know, I don't want to be the face of it, but if I am, I am. I just couldn't sit on my hands and allow people to be ignorant to the fact, like I was. I didn't know my grandmother had colon cancer in her 80s, but they said that's not hereditary because she was so far in age, and then she lived and passed away at 102, and not from colon cancer. So, you know, I've heard of colon cancer, obviously, because she had it. I wasn't even thinking about it. It's not hereditary because when you go to the doctor, they'll be asking if your mother or father have it. If anybody else has it in your family, it's not hereditary. But I also want to encourage you, if your family is still alive and kicking, ask them questions about health. Everything is not hereditary, but some things are. Ask questions about their health. And I'm going to end with this: polyps. My mom had polyps before, and that's not cancer, but sometimes polyps can lead to cancer. And when you go to your doctor, they don't ask you if you've had polyps, right? And that's important to ask, you know? And so, because a lot of people have polyps, but and that doesn't result in cancer. But it's I think it's important to ask questions and ask your doctor questions, and don't feel like you're out of line or out of order. Be an advocate for your health and ask questions, and don't just accept, you know, anything. Ask questions. Don't be intimidated. Be an advocate. If y'all want me to ask for y'all, I'll ask for y'all. Put them on the phone. Put them on the phone. Put your mom on the phone. I don't mind it. All right, y'all. I didn't want this to be long. But yeah, I'll be doing more videos like this throughout the month. But thank y'all for watching. Make sure you book your colonoscopy appointments. If you show me that you have proof of booking your colonoscopy appointments, I might have a special gift for you. But I have to know when you booked it and when you're going. I don't need to know your doctor, but tell me the state you're in. Tell me that you booked it. Show me the date that you booked your appointment, and I'm going to enter you in the prize. So all month, if you do that, I'm going to pick probably about 5 winners, and you're going to get a free gift from me. Not a colon cancer gift, something nice that you would like. So men and women, I'm talking to you. All right, remember, you are a star. Don't allow anyone to dim your shine. I want you to be well, be healthy, and be whole. God bless y'all. Peace. Oh, subscribe to my channel, share this out on your social media platforms and all of that. And if you want to donate to the channel, you can do that. I think there's some buttons down there, a heart or a star or wherever, but do that. But I appreciate y'all. And if you want your ribbon, they are $1 and they're going towards my race. So they're $1. If you want to buy a ribbon or you want to donate a ribbon for someone else, please do so. KendellAnise@gmail.com. Email me or put it right here in the comments. God bless y'all. Peace.